G4, feed off the semen, receive with that red carpet treatment. Raw fish, caviar and crackers at the Ritz. Can I dream for a minute? Shit. How about a meal worth of chips? At Vegas like, put it all on black. And the rest on the flight. I be up all day, I can rest on the flight. Can I dream for
little doll here?
What's really good, ladies and gentlemen, is the Talking New York Chef. Listen, I'm not sure who that character is. Matter of fact, Jorge, please introduce yourself and the homie to your left.
Yeah, man. Hey, what's up, guys? This is your quintessential Puerto Rican muffin, Jorge, and I'm here with the best mascot ever in baseball, Mr. Orbit from the Houston Astros. Number one, baby. Baseball starts this Friday. You know, it's only going to be 60 games, but the Astros are going to cheat their way back and win it again, baby. Don't be jealous. Say bye. Say bye, Orbit. Bye. Yes, sir. We're back.
Guys, I know. Listen, I know you're excited. I know you're excited. Before we go into what we're going to talk about with Impact Wrestling, I know preseason started. I think the Yankees had played two games versus the Mets. I think. I don't know about any.
Yeah, it's just practice games.
Oh, okay. So it's not even like preseason stuff.
No.
I'm losing you. I got no volume right now. I can't hear you.
It's because I hit the mute button like a dumbass.
Ain't nobody want to hear you.
Yeah, so basically it's all preseason right now. So like they're playing 2 games, you know, just preseason, just to kind of get the Kings back in. And then, you know, starting Friday, we're back in baseball again, man. Only 60 games, but it's something.
Damn, 60 games. That's crazy. That's nothing.
Yeah, man. Now, Chef, man, did you watch the? Oh no, you did not, because it was your birthday this past weekend.
Oh no, I watched it on the drive home.
Okay. Well, hey, happy belated birthday, bro. Happy 25th to you over there.
Yeah. Let me shout out my boss. My boss has a beautiful beach house, and he was like, "Look, I'm not going to be using it. If you want, bring the wife. You know, have a good time." So it was amazing. It was amazing. You know, salute to the boss, because I don't know how many bosses actually let, you know, people like me with green hair run up in their beach house. You know what I mean? Like, but it was super dope, man. It was a nice little getaway.
Sweet, man. That was good, man. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's been a little crazy. The wife works in the medical field, so she's been dealing with this COVID every day since it happened. You know, it is what it is. But no, I appreciate it, my brother. Thank you very much. Now, the crazy part is we talked right before this, and what you said makes 1,000% sense. It may not want to do this, but Slammiversary, we see the Good Brothers come out. Now, Slammiversary was very good. Slammiversary was very good. I'm not gonna. It had some technical problems, had some mic issues.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. Now the crazy part is Good Brothers come out as everybody sees it. If you haven't seen it, hopefully, you know, you see it before this comes out. They hype Eddie Edwards up, give him a beer, they beat the shit out of him.
Of who?
Of Eddie Edwards, the Good Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you see EC3's video pop up, and he kind of like throws his drink against the wall like he's pissed off. Now, the crazy part is, and here's the weird part, is Crooked Smile said he got a phone call. Now, I don't want to put the dude's name out there. Crooked Smile knows a former Aces and Eights member really well, like they're friends in real life. And he said, yo, I got the call, Aces and Eights is coming back. It's on the podcast, the receipt's there. Aces and Eights did not come out. So I was curious because EC3 said he wasn't coming alone. Then you have him throw the drink like he's super pissed off at the Good Brothers, like they did the wrong thing. I don't know. You also seen on EC3's video, No Way Jose.
Yep.
So I don't know if No Way Jose is coming, But here's my thing: if EC3 is now technically the head of aces and eights, because why would they pair all this together? Why would it matter? It's like he's never given a shit about Eddie Edwards. Like he doesn't know anybody else in that match impact wise. So why did it affect him in a negative way that they took Eddie Edwards out? So that's my question to you before we go into the next one. I don't understand why he wouldn't be upset. Like,
hey man, this is old questions that hopefully will get answered tomorrow, starting tomorrow, because they're doing the tapings yesterday. They're doing some more tapings today, moving forward. And they mentioned that Bound for Glory is going to be on Saturday, October 24th this year. So right now, starting tonight, you can drop a little cheese and have it dingle all the way down to Bound for Glory, where everything might happen. Now, I was saying the same thing. This dude looked mad about something, EC3. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're supposed to come out together, all three of them, or save it for later. Maybe they were supposed to jump Eddie Edwards, or Eddie Edwards might be the boss going forward because now he's the champion. Where they're supposed to turn on Man Fulton and Austin. There's a lot of questions. No one knows what the answer is to all this stuff, man. But Slammiversary to me, it did what it was supposed to do. That's the first time I bought a pay-per-view in I want to say 10, maybe 15 years was the last time I bought a wrestling pay-per-view. So it was worth it. The hype was hyped up. It was hyped up beyond belief. The only thing that would have made this catch up with the hype if The Rock, Undertaker, or somebody like that would have came out. That would have been the super duper hype. But it delivered. There were, like you said, there were some issues here and there. And when Rick Swan came out, dude, I was mad as hell. He was the fourth guy. I was happy that he's back. And I'm like, Rick Swan is the fourth guy. I said, you shitting me right now? But then right there, I thought, hold up, well, he's not the TNA ex-champion. So then the next guy come out. I can't see him because he has a mask, and you can't see the board on the back because of the lighting. But then Josh Matthews spoils it by saying, oh my God, Eric Young, before Eric Young revealing himself as being Eric Young. So 2 seconds in, he already revealed who he is. I'm still waiting for him to take the mask. He thinks, oh, it's Eric Young. Dude, at least wait till he actually takes the mask off before you say who the hell it is. So he already has spoiled it before he even took his mask off. This thing was an amazing main event. I was very surprised. Trey Miguel got killed by Eric Young with the power driver. And then I was thinking, well, damn, man, they should never put Trey Miguel in that situation. To get stuck in there, because now you saw him get beat that early. You saw his other two pals earlier in the night get beat by the returning Motor City Machine Guns. My boys are back. So then you kind of think to yourself, damn, the Rascals are just kind of okay, what happened to the Rascals here? But everything else was good, man. And I thought Austin was good at winning. I never thought they would have given the bill to Eddie Edwards, but, everybody's saying that that's the right move to do going forward. But hopefully at Bound for Glory, either Austin gets it or something's going to happen.
I can't stand Ace Austin.
Really?
He bores the hell out of me. I think he's a geek. I don't like Ace Austin at all. Eddie Edwards, I was all right winning, I guess. At this point, you got to put it on someone who's loyal to your company. Eddie Edwards is loyal to your company. I got no problem with that. It is what it is. You're 100% right. The Rascals look like worthless after Slammiversary.
Yeah. I don't want to see where they go from here, to be honest with you.
Josh Matthews obviously ruining Eric Young's thing. It is what it is, honestly. But my beef with the Eric Young thing is Why would they try to?
He came back crazy, bro. He came back psychotic. Eric Young, I
Yeah,
love that.
yeah, but he came back super EY and like hybrid world class maniac. It made no sense to me. When I seen it, I was like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, man, he came out crazy. He came out the one that we like, the Psycho EY. So
I mean,
it's interesting going forward. And then you saw some kind of matchups going forward. Now you see the feud with Eric Young and Rich Swann and Willie Mack. You know, depending on what happens there with them three. Now you see whatever happens with the Good Brothers, because now you have more tag teams now. You got the Good Brothers. You got Motor City Machine Gun. You might have Rhino and Heath Slater coming up. So you got three more tag teams coming up, on top of what you already have. And now, tomorrow you'll get to see the Motor City Machine Gun go up against the North already. So I'm excited to see that match right there.
So let me ask now. With Heath Slater, I almost forgot his name. Yeah, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that Impact fans will always crap on WWE talents, especially a guy like Heath Slater. Heath Slater comes and everybody acts like he's the chosen one. Like, oh my God, Heath Slater's here. Heath Slater's a bum.
He's gonna be stuck in the mid cards, and that's fine. Keep him there in the mid card. Do not even bring him up to the top. Keep him there in the tag team scene and keep him in the middle.
See, but you have him with Rhino, and wasn't Rhino and him a tag team in WWE?
Yeah. That's why I said they'll probably be a tag team here.
I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of all the ECW guys. I can't stand Heath Slater, the Wendy's girl. There's so many. I can't do it. The Rock, I think The Rock is the one I think that called him that, right?
Who? Yeah, The Rock. Yeah, the Wendy's girl. Yeah,
The Rock called the Wendy's girl. But
he had the red long hair.
Yeah, I think he was like, what was it, 3-man band or some shit like that?
Yeah, 3MB. Yep, 3MB.
So I could care less about this guy. Him, I was like, whatever. Mike and Maria, they said July 18th they were going to be somewhere. July 18th they were not on Impact Wrestling.
Yeah, I think they were home or in the gym or somewhere.
So
they were hanging out.
Yeah, they definitely are not. With that, I'm not saying that they're not coming to Impact. I'm just saying they were not a Slammiversary.
I mean, if they were, they definitely were not being used at the show, which is a good thing. I mean, you don't want to overkill the show with so many people coming out that you're gonna go like, oh damn, this show just turned out to be like introduction to everybody coming back. So they might save them to the tapings if anybody else comes out. No way Jose, whatever his name is gonna be now going forward. But I hope they don't call him that going forward, So, and he looks weird with that hair.
He looked real spicy. Like,
yeah,
it looked a little extra.
What the hell he got on there? Like a wig? I don't know. He better cut that shit off. But yeah, there was a lot of questions on people going to come here, and that's the good thing about the internet nowadays. You could throw little things here and there, like we're gonna be here on this day, we're gonna be. And you don't show up, like, oh, and then, it get people, all the marks, like, oh my God, they never showed up. They were supposed to be here. No, we never said we are going to be there. We said we are going to be somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
We were already at Wendy's. We were hanging out at Wendy's that day with the kids.
So here's my thing. Like, and I know you explained it, and I don't know if there's a partnership. We were saying that before. I don't know if there's a partnership with New Japan and Impact, especially because of the COVID. But the Good Brothers did sign a contract where they could wrestle wherever they like.
Yeah.
But
especially New Japan.
Yeah. But they are with Impact Wrestling, and they can work New Japan.
Yes.
So we get that. Now, I'm curious because with the Aces and Eights hype, and I think, I don't know about the call. I wasn't on the call that Crooked got, but do you think there's a possibility that with a partnership, instead of doing Aces and Eights, you bring in the Bullet Club and you start a new Bullet Club with Impact Wrestling and New Japan, because the Jay White shit ain't working. No one's talking about Bullet Club prior to COVID.
Well, some people wear, they still had the little thing here and there, and then the Cobra started, and they kind of destroyed the whole everybody's wrestling, especially in New Japan. I mean, they were out for what, for like 4 or 5 months, so everything
But
kind of
wasn't it?
died down.
Because I'm not huge like in New Japan. I don't know a lot of New Japan, but wasn't it like uh, God? I know is the other one. Gorillas of Destiny. Weren't they
Yeah.
their own thing against Bullet Club?
No, no, no. That they're part of that's the name of the tag team of
Oh, so
Tama and his brother. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
so
They call
it's like
it the GOD. Yeah, yeah. They're the tag team
so
of the group, the main
okay.
tag team of.
So there's still Bullet Club. It's just
Yeah,
that's their own like brand to the Bullet Club.
yes, yeah. Remember,
Okay.
like they had the elite.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah,
elite,
yeah, yeah.
the elite was part of the Bullet Club, but then they were calling themselves the elite because it was always five guys, always in the states wrestling. So they said, "Well, we're the elite because we're always out here, back and forth." And now now that wrestling started again with New Japan, they just threw another curve now because now they got Evil, one of the guys from LIG, Los Ingobernables de Japón. He just turned on his crew with Naito and everybody else and joined the Bullet Club. Yeah. And
Wow.
he beat the Naito the following night and won both the belts, the IWGP Heavyweight and the IC title
Also,
from
Club's
from
holding
Naito.
both now.
Both titles from Naito and
Wow.
both the club. So yeah, so that just happened like a week, 2 weeks going into New Japan, starting back up again. So like you were saying, if anything was fizzling down, they brought the fire back into it again. So
Okay, so the cool part is if Impact can get into that lane, if they could get a Bullet
yes,
Club to be present there, it takes them to another level because
yes,
now you get the fans to see the Bullet Club product on Impact Wrestling. I like Ace and Ace, don't get me wrong, but I think the Bullet Club brands will take Impact to another step.
well, and but the thing is New Japan Wrestling is still butthurt from what happened with back how many years back it was when we had when I said we when Impact had the champion, what was his name, the Rainmaker Okada, and then they had Okada for a while. They pushed him, and then they made him into like the Green Hornet with Samoa Joe. Remember? And he never got pushed. He got just kind of misused for a year,
Yeah.
2 years that he was there, and they nearly destroyed this guy's career being here in the States with that gimmick. He goes back to the Japan in a couple of months. He's the Rainmaker out there, and that's why I think that they were expecting him to get pushed up here with Impact, and that never happened. So now, they don't want to they don't want to touch anything with Impact. But hopefully now with the Good Brothers being that new cog now,
Yeah.
being there now, signed and given permission to wrestle both places whenever this COVID-19 thing ends, and they can actually fly from the States back to New Japan and wrestle. You never know, because like you said, they could get back into the Bullet Club, or they could go and join, LIG or whatever club they want to join or whatever. If they get some belts, bring them back to the States, they could show those belts on Impact Wrestling. And if that ever happens, then you see something's going to happen. Because for a long time, even Team 3D used to have those IWGP Junior Tag Team titles. And they
Yeah.
used to defend them on the TNA TV all the time. So,
So now,
you know.
even if New Japan says, "Look, I don't want you guys to use Bullet Club on Impact Wrestling, but we can have a partnership." I think that at that point, if Impact was smart, they would tell Carl Anderson and I just call it Anderson and Gallows. I always mess up the guys.
Yeah, yeah, Doc Gallows. Yeah, Doc.
Yeah, Doc Gallows. If you could say, "Listen, we're trying to branch the sword. If you would make aces and eights here, and when you go there, you're still aces and eights." To have an aces and eights versus Bullet Club at some
Yeah,
kind of pay per view would be phenomenal.
that'll be huge. because then they could do like an Aces and 8 Japan.
Yeah,
Have a
exactly.
Japanese that they always do. Because remember back in the day when they had the NWO, they had NWO Japan for a while.
Yep.
With Chono and Great Muda and some other guys up there. So they will take the name up there. So the possibilities are endless.
And
It's just when it will happen is all up to COVID-19 and everything like that. Because right now, if nobody can travel out of the states, everything is on paper right now. Ideas are written down. They probably got a big blackboard. Okay, this is plan A, plan B, plan C. Okay, we got to do a plan D because COVID is still here, so we can't do what we want to do now. So but everything starts tomorrow night.
Yeah.
EC3 come out tomorrow night and do a speech. Have his first in-ring interview since he left. How many years it's been? 3 years since he left, 2017, 2016 or whatever he left. So, I mean, this is going to be huge to have him come back in an Impact ring and say what he has to say, and then from there we'll know where things are going to go. I still see it SS8 happening, just gradually, little dots here and there.
Yeah,
Because right now,
down.
you can't push it right now. Everybody wanted like I did. I wanted everything to happen Saturday night. Like, come on, I want to see everything. Give me everything now. I want it, even though I'm full, I want more. Give me dessert. I want more. I want more. I want more. But doing it this way, you got. We're in the middle of July now. You go to August for tapings, September for tapings, to October, and then hopefully there's no more outside interference, any more crazy things happening, no hashtag something, and then some people are getting killed here and there, like always happens, no more, what happened, it was supposed to be Tessa Blanchard winning the title, and then the racism stuff came out, which us Puerto Ricans, and let's be honest, if you're a Latino, and especially you're a Puerto Rican, you believe La Rosa Negra, because there's no one else. She will make some shit like this up, and then she gets co-signed by other people. So that right there, the shit is true. But then she wins the title, and then this happened. And then when Slammiversary was about to hit, you hear Moose with Ricochet and the other dude, the guy who's can be around kids.
Jason Rance.
Yeah, can be around kids training. So now the internet is going crazy. Like, oh my God. So that's another black guy for Impact. And I was thinking, okay, what's going to happen now with the Tommy Dreamer Moose match, which still happened. And 2, it should have never happened on the pay-per-view.
It was horrible.
That's still the match was good. Don't get me wrong.
That match was horrible.
Really? I thought the match was horrible. To be honest with you, I thought the match was good. But it just didn't belong at the pay-per-view, though. The match was good, but not good enough to be on their pay-per-view. It was good enough to be on Tuesday Night TV.
Yes.
Nothing violent happened that they could have been done on TV. So
exactly.
But it was good enough, just not good enough to be on, the pay-per-view and taking 20 minutes from somebody else. Like, we didn't get to see a bunch of the tag teams because there was no storyline for those guys. So you mean to tell me you have Reno Scum battling the Filipino Express in the ring. They go to the back, have a brawl in the back. And then the following week, which is the go-home show, you don't see them anywhere.
Nowhere.
You don't see them at the pay-per-view. So how the hell do the Rascals are the ones that are calling out somebody and they haven't done anything in months over these other tag teams, and you got this guy sitting at home? And that's one thing that pisses me off about Impact. It's like they alternate week and week and week.
Yeah.
Now you see Reno's come here with Filipino Express 1 week. Now you see the other tag teams the following week. Then the following they alternate. Dude, like you have to be consistent in what you're giving us.
See, but that's
use your second show that you have. Whatever the what's that second show they have? The Explosion. 1 match, and the rest is interviews and stuff like that. Match of the month. for the next 20 minutes and then and sit down interview. Dude, no, man. Use that. Give us 3 matches. Give those guys a platform to continue and building a feuds. But they want to keep it for Tuesdays.
See, I know you used to do the Canada tapings and everything else.
Yeah.
All right. Now I know in Orlando, you would come in and before they would do anything, they would shoot an explosion match, and then they'd have 2 regular matches, an explosion match, a regular match.
Yep.
Is that what they did in Canada?
That's the same thing. They still do the same exact thing.
So then, how come they don't? So how come they don't have any of these? Like, why is explosion 1 match and then 40 minutes of interviews? I don't understand that.
Whoever's writing the show or whoever is doing that doesn't think too much highly of the explosion. I don't know. That's something you have to call Ed and let him know.
But my beef is Don Callis is supposed to be the super smart guy, right? Like, and I know he's from New Japan, right? He was like one of their people.
Yeah.
All right. So, hey, listen, that could go helping Impact as well with that again. But my beef is people want to praise Scott D'Amore and Don Callis. I don't think they've done a great job. I think they've done a pedestrian job at best.
Well, they've done a good job from where the company was back in 2017 till now. I mean, they brought it back to where is respectable, and they've done a hell of a job doing that. Now they need somebody else with a new vision to come and take it to the next step. That's what they need. So now we're going to see the same nonsense going forward with the same minds. Now is the time that you got to bring some fresh ideas, bring somebody fresh, bring a new fresh mind, 2 fresh minds, a new perspective, and take it to that next step. Because right now, like you said, it's just Callis and Scott D'Amore. And then whatever Josh Matthews, if he has any type of input, whoever is in the back, doing the storylines, it's probably just them 2 doing it.
Yeah. Back.
And then at Slammiversary, those 2 guys had no chemistry whatsoever. It's like they've been out of sync for a while because they haven't worked together for a while. But I'm shocked. I'm gonna even say this, but I would have preferred Madison Rayne being in the booth with Josh Matthews.
See, that's the weird thing. Everybody thought that Madison Rayne had something going on, or she was going to be a part of something. Why'd you switch up that if she wasn't going to be doing anything? Why'd you take her out of that position?
Maybe they were trying to do something new. Maybe maybe she's working more with the Impact ladies in the back, since she's she's like more people more respect her outside of the ring.
But isn't that Gail Kim's job?
Yeah, but I think Gail Kim is more of the boss.
Okay.
And then they probably would have had her doing more stuff with the in-ring stuff.
Yeah.
But then it just made no sense just to have her not wrestle for weeks or months to then jump into the 10-woman gauntlet. And then, and not even being towards the end, because I'm thinking, well, she's going to go towards the end. And she was eliminated halfway. And then you bring that one chick back who I haven't seen in months, Rob Van Dam's girlfriend. And I forgot her name.
Peyton Forbes.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I know she's talented.
Yeah.
But damn it, dude, how much twerking can a woman do? It's just like, I'm a man, I love twerking.
Facts, of course.
But it's just too much with her.
You see,
it's that she does it everywhere.
That's my beef with her. Kind of like, I don't want to go into AEW. I'm going to say it, though. Kind of like my beef with Sonny Kiss, which I'm glad you put me on to, because I think Sonny Kiss is fucking phenomenal on it. I think Sonny Kiss is on some next shit. But the over-the-top flamboyant shit that always makes him lose is the part that frustrates me, because
and that's how I would tell you, if he could just cut that extra shit out and just focus on the match, he'll be one of the best wrestlers in the world. It's just he just doesn't focus on the match and always does some good stuff, hey, now we're gonna start twerking. We're gonna start doing this. All that. Dude, focus on the damn match, and that's the same thing with Forbes. She comes out, hey, in the middle of the match, hey. It's like I swear to God, it's like a pawn at somebody. It's like you twerk too damn much. She probably at home waking up. She probably at home waking up in the morning twerking. Hey, I'm up now. Come on now. Like she didn't belong in that match at all.
I get the sex appeal thing. She's obviously a gorgeous woman.
Oh yeah, she's gorgeous though. She is gorgeous, and she's built like a Coke bottle. My goodness! But once she opens her mouth and starts twerking, I'm completely shut off because that's all she does is that same damn thing. And the only thing that got me upset about this 10-woman thing was that they didn't take it serious, the writers, by putting in that idiot Johnny Bravo, dressing up as Taya, then dressing up as Rosemary. This is supposed to be a serious thing, even though we all knew who was going to be the winner. Everybody knew it was going to be Kylie Ray, but it just kind of took away from the seriousness of the women. Why do you have to have a guy involved in a match doing all this nonsense? Because it didn't do anything. And it looked like if it helped somebody towards the end, I understand it, but it didn't do anything for anyone. It just completely turned me off, to be honest with you. It took away from the match, period. All Johnny Bravo and Homegirl twerking.
And I thought three people didn't look great to me in that match. And it's weird because I don't know a lot of Katie Forbes. I don't watch a lot of independent stuff, so I only see her Impact stuff, and it comes in small doses. I seen her in LFC. She had one match in LFC, and the third rounds, she started going into submission moves, and a girl tried to do a move, and she jumped up, flipped, and put her into an armbar, and I was like, holy shit, like I've never seen Katie Forbes do anything like this, and I was like, why can't you do this in Impact? Like, if you're this talented with someone who's not, like the girl she was fighting against had no business being in a fight with Katie Forbes. For her to be able to reverse a move like that, jump, spin, swing it around, land perfectly, and put her into a complete armbar, it was like, yo, bring that to Impact, because if you act serious and you look as hot as you do, you're so marketable because not only can you go in the ring, but you're fucking super hot. You know what I mean? Like, super hot chicks that can't wrestle, I can't stand them in wrestling. That's what
Lacey Von Erich. Lacey Von Erich goes to me when you said that. Gorgeous girl was like a 10 out of 10.
Facts.
But she couldn't wrestle worth a lick. And I was like, this girl is an actual Von Erich? Like, are you kidding me? Like, like the whole gene just jumped over her. He didn't even go through her to just like, nope, we're gonna skip you. And went to the other kids because she couldn't wrestle worth a lick. And everybody knew that, but she just made the beautiful people look that more beautiful at that time.
Oh,
when she was there.
She is super hot, but if I want to watch a super hot chick, I can just throw some porn on. You know what I mean? Like, it's that simple. If I want to watch women's wrestling, can I get women's wrestling? You know what I mean? Like, and I'll tell people, I'll watch an awesome comp match over almost anything. That's a big woman. You know what I mean? But
also
she's
Kim.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, those two, they put classics together. So I don't care how good looking you are. It helps. I want to sit there and see a beautiful woman kick ass, but I don't want to see a beautiful woman ass it up in a ring. So
talk about beautiful women. Taylor Wire was another example of someone who was hyping a lot of herself on social media, and she wasn't there either. She talked about surprises coming back to wrestling, and boom, nothing happened. So that's somebody else who could probably come up in the tapings and help the women's division.
I know she said something about her podcast. She's coming out with a podcast or something.
Yeah,
so I don't know.
She's already has.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know if that was like a way to try to promote the podcast or, whatever it
and then
is.
she's already like I think 3 or 4 weeks already into it, and she's be talking about a lot of the TNA days when she was tag team champion with Dark Angel back then, Rosita or whatever the other chick's name. Yeah, but so I thought she was gonna be there too. She wasn't, so hopefully going forward she might show up. In some kind of form.
Because she was she was the first, right? The first TNA Women's Champion.
No, God, no, Gail Kim, bro. Gail Kim.
No.
Gail Kim was the first ever TNA Women's Champion.
I thought it was Taylor Wilde.
Nah, Taylor Wilde came. Taylor Wilde took over for Gail Kim when she jumped ship and went to the WWE the second time.
Oh shit! I always for some.
And then Taylor Wilde took over the feud with Awesome Kong. She became the women's champion, and then tag team champion. Then for the couple of years, and then we saw what happened with Gail Kim the second time in the E, and then she jumped out of went over under the rope to eliminate herself from the Battle Royal, and then after that, she was back in Impact and never left after that. She said, like, I ain't never going back over there. And then Taylor Wilde left, and then she retired from wrestling for like the last 10 years.
Yeah, she's been out of the game for a while.
And let's not forget the best match of the night. Diana Perazzo against Jordan Grace. Boy, dude, that was the clinic right there. That was a women's match right there. Top 5, match of the year nomination.
Wow.
That match, yeah, brother. That match was everything that they said it was going to be and more.
I'm glad because I don't like Jordana Grace. I don't like her at all. I don't even think she's talented. That match made me think differently because I was like, okay, Jordana Grace finally gave me the shit she says she is, finally. But I don't know if it's because the competition or because the fact that Gianna Perazzo is that great of a worker. I don't know what it was, but that match, it was easily match of the night. I thought it was going to be Chris Bay versus Willie Mack, it was good.
And Chris Bay, and the thing that gets me upset about that Bay one is you build him up always cheating to his matches with Johnny Swinger, and then he wins the match cleanly in the middle of the ring with no outside interference. I'm thinking maybe Johnny Swinger's going to come out and do something to help him or screw him. Nothing happened. Well, Swinger is there because we saw him earlier in the night show up, in a rental car that somebody he took Anderson last name, thinking it was R. Anderson or Ole Anderson, and and showed up and nothing happened with him after that. You never saw him the rest of the night. So, sometimes you kind of go like, "Wow, this is what an awesome match." Kudos to the writer, kudos to the agent who put this match together. To something else, and you go like, "What just happened?"
Yeah,
what happened?
Fortunately,
what happened? Yeah, but Peraza beating her, man, Jordan Grace cleanly in the middle of the ring with that move. Whew. I think that right there is Jordan Grace signing out, because you don't lose like that in the middle of the ring and then tapping out if you're still going to be in the company moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So her time might be up. Because remember when Bound for Glory, when I was in Bound for Glory 2017 in New York, or 2018, supposedly she still wasn't on the contract because supposedly they dropped the ball and they never signed her. That was the rumor, remember?
Yeah.
And then she signed. So I'm guessing her 2 years is already coming up now. So to drop the belt like that, you don't come back from. I've never seen a champion, us growing up, getting beat like that and then, quitting in the middle of the ring and then getting a rematch and getting that belt back. I never saw that.
Me neither.
So,
wow,
so that might be writing on the wall for her. Maybe she's on her way out.
So what do you Gianna Perazzo? People are saying that. Now I don't know. I don't read those dirt sheets. I hate those things.
Supposedly they said she hasn't signed a contract yet.
Yeah.
But why would you? But I'm guessing now that they put the belt on her, is showing her faith that we believe in you. We want you to be here. We want you to be the cornerstone. I mean, she's only 26.
Wow.
She's only 26. I mean, and she spent 2 years in purgatory down in NXT and nothing happened. So she lost 2 years of her life, in hell. And now she's got the freedom to, wrestle. And you know what you don't know what could happen now going forward with COVID-19. You could have a Thunder Rosa come in, or a Sienna come in from some other places, other wrestlers coming in now that want to give her a match during the tapings or whatever, just to get that money, like Brian Pillman is doing with AEW on Tuesday nights, wrestling on AEW Dark. He's still under contract with MLW, but he's wrestling here, but it's on YouTube. So he's getting paid. Yeah, you got to get that money. So, the possibilities are endless right now, man.
The only thing is that Corgan has a major beef with Impact Wrestling.
Oh,
like I don't understand at this point. Now I don't, like I said, I've never been in that meeting with any of those people, so I don't want to hear they paid him this much, they paid him. I don't know. I know he got his bread, so that's that. Now here's my thing: you had to deal with this chick. It fell through. Another company did it. That's how business works. No. Let's not act like we don't understand business. Happens all the time. Now, your company, NWA, is in a really bad position because of COVID. You've lost all your momentum. You've lost two of your superstars. They've lost two of their superstars because of one of their stars. Two, Ricky Starks and Zicky Dice both left because one person's an asshole. You got David Lagana, who had his issue. So now he's gone. Now you sit there and you're like, all right, you could work places, which is smart. But at this point, why would you not sit there and say, all right, listen, let's bygones be bygones. Let's partner up where, some nights you might see a Chris Bay on NWA, or you might see a James Storm or Kingston or Bram on Impact Wrestling, where you get the crossover of talents. Especially now, and then you could have a Thunder Rosa versus Deonna Purrazzo. I mean, can you imagine the work rate that you could start bringing back and forth? And then if you're smart, you have all that hype going back and forth. You build up the brands together. NWA comes back up. Impact Wrestling comes back up. But it's just crazy how sometimes people act like fucking children and they stay in their fucking feelings.
Yeah, New Japan's still holding the grudge with Okada. Corbin is holding the grudge what happened with Anthem and Dixie. It feels like it's my grudge against them. If you need a job, because we know for a fact all those guys are not rich. There's some guys that need to work. There's some guys that have limited funds to last them, because no one saw COVID-19 coming out of anywhere.
No.
So some people are working because they need that money. They can't just be staying home just chilling. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stay home because I got money like that.
See that, and that's the part
doing that.
That's the part that gets me, is like a lot of people think, like, I don't think anybody outside of some of the talents in AEW and WWE can sit back like that. Like Impact Wrestling, ROH, NWA. You selling your merch is a big asset to you. Like, people don't think realistically. These people aren't driving Lamborghinis and shit.
Well, what you said right now, just thought of something that you just said. Somebody went on Twitter and said something about, since they're not being used, Angelico and his tag team partner, Jack Evans. And they ask, oh man, I can't wait till Jack Evans and Angelico's contracts are up with AEW so they can come on Impact. And Jack Evans answered the person saying, I'm not taking a knock at any other company, but Tony Khan signed me. I've been stuck in Mexico because that's where he lives at. Jack Evans lives in Mexico, where Angelico, is still out there. He said, I'm still getting my contract paid from
Wow.
AEW, and I haven't been used since the beginning of what last year. You haven't seen Jack Evans or Angelico, so they're saying no disrespect to anybody else, but the man is paying my contract, all my money, and I'm not there. He goes, so no, I do not wish my contract to end anytime soon because I will be. And then he put on big letter, I will not be going anywhere. And
You see, but
he killed out right there.
see,
He
and
killed out because
that's
he's saying I'm still getting paid and I'm not being used. So
see that's the one thing that I keep trying to tell people is like we all work places. I obviously work Universal. I can't say where in Universal, but as much as I hate to love that place, my boss holds me down. When I've been sick, he's done things that he shouldn't have. He probably could get fired for. Things like that. If you work for somebody who takes care of you and your family and actually cares for you, you don't go nowhere. Like, this is home because I know you take care of me. I know it's not like that in the E because you always hear bad shit. I know other people will take care of. I don't ever want to talk about the impact contracts and whatever because that shit that's old news. Like, if anybody wants to talk about 2012 or 13, you're on some. We're in 2020.
yeah.
As far as I know, I haven't heard a contract problem in Impact Wrestling in a minute.
Or people not getting paid on time. Yeah, we're not getting paid on time. The checks hasn't coming through yet. You know,
Yeah.
the funds ain't there. Yeah,
You haven't
that's
heard
true.
none of that.
That's true.
So if Impact's taking care of me and people want to make the jokes and everything else, that's fine. I'm on TV. I'm still living my dream. I'm in a great, company that they obviously give a shit about me. So I'm going to stay here. Like a guy like Eddie Edwards, I don't know if AEW wants him. I don't know if WWE wants him. But why the fuck would he leave Impact Wrestling when they obviously cared for him, his lady, and everybody else? You know what I mean? Like, so all these wrestling fans that they want to every company has them. You got to sign here because your company sucks, and that shit is so stupid. Let these guys do what they do. If you're a fan and say I'm an Impact guy and a guy works for WWE, I want to watch his matches. I went to NXT knowing that EC3 was going to debut. I went to NXT just for EC3. Literally sat there like this, walked in, and I could bring 12 people in there. I literally walked in with an Impact Wrestling t-shirt. I never really wear a t-shirt that doesn't have my own shit on it. I walked in with an Impact Wrestling t-shirt, an Impact Wrestling hat, and I knew the sections I was walking into. But one of my crews was on the other side, and he said something, and I was like, yo, I run this motherfucker. I'm here now. I talk crazy wherever I go. I have Impact shit on me. Nobody said nothing. I didn't go for Kiara Sane, who I think she's super amazing. I didn't go for them. I'm an EC3 fan. I went for EC3. As soon as his match was over, I'm out. Deuces. Just like that. And everybody's like, yo, there's still like 40 minutes. I don't care. I didn't come here for nobody. I came here for EC3. Yeah. I literally.
And the thing is, you keep saying things, and then my head just pops up with things that I've seen. Same thing that you just said about people, talking and fighting each other. Wale, the rapper, Wale, W-A-L-E. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Wale. And he tweeted on Saturday night. He's saying, WWE fans and AEW fans are all fighting each other right now while they're watching Impact Wrestling. And saying that the Impact Wrestling Slammiversary is a good show. He's saying, what a time to be a wrestling fan. It is what it is. You watch whatever the hell you want to watch because that's what you like. We watch whatever you want to watch. I watch every wrestling. I don't care. It's my prerogative. Ain't nobody paying me what to watch. If I was getting paid with one company, all right, here's your check for watching our show. Like, I'm right. I'm gonna keep watching your show. I'm gonna keep supporting your show because I'm getting paid for it. No, nobody's paying me to like Impact Wrestling or NWA, Ring of Honor, New Japan Wrestling, or nothing like that. I watch it because I want to watch it.
Yeah.
And it's wrestling. And I don't care what language it is, who's wrestling. As long as it's wrestling, I'm in it. I want to watch it. Oh, this is a good match. It's the big squirrel versus the little squirrel. Yeah, that's a good match right there. I think it's a good match.
It's true. Like my oldest, he's the one who kind of put me on to New Japan because he loves New Japan. So I trying to be a dad, I watch the shit with him. And I was watching it the first time, and I'm like, damn, I've been watching this match for a minute. And I was like, when the fuck's this match gonna end? And he was like, oh, it's got a while. And I was like, wow, we've been at it like 12 minutes already. Like, in American wrestling, we're so used to conditioned to like 5 to 12-minute matches, and it's next. And you watching one dude, like I watched a match, oh man, it was over a half hour. I think Kenny Omega, Okada, I don't know what number, when he came in like the Terminator or something like that. Where, dude, I got hungry.
45, 47-minute match.
Dude, I was literally sitting there and I was like, yo, like, you want something to eat? Can we pause this? And he was like, pause it. I was like, I'm ready to cook. Like, we've been sitting here for 40 minutes.
Yeah, that match was 45 minutes. I think 47 minutes for that match, the first match.
It just shows you and I think that if you're a wrestling fan and you like wrestling, you should watch New Japan because it's pure wrestling. It's everything in ring is phenomenal. You do have Don Callis and I can't remember the other guy who they do English. Yeah, they do English. My son refuses to listen to them. He wants the Chinese guys. Japanese.
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese dudes. But honestly, if you like wrestling, watch what you like. If you don't like Impact, don't watch it. Don't hate. The same with every other company. I hate the Impact fans. I hate the ROH fans. The ROH, I hate the Impacts and WWE. I don't give a shit. If I like someone, I'm watching their stuff. If I don't like you, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, and this is why I fuck with you. Like, I specifically think you're one of the coolest people I've met because it was definitely the Moose thing. It was definitely the Moose thing because a lot of people, you see them, oh, I'm not a fan of this person, but then they get the VIP and they're taking pictures with the people that they're complaining about. You don't do that. You didn't do it with El Patron. You didn't do it with Moose. You didn't do it with everybody else. And I was like, oh, this dude is legit. Like, he don't like you. He don't give a shit if you're the VIP person.
Yep, I am not. Even Mr. Foreman, oh, are you going to take a... Nope, I'm good. I'm good. Nah, that's all right. Nah, it's okay. Yeah, next. I'll wait till the next one. But you pay for this. Like, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, no. Because I'll pay for it. Like, nah, I'll wait. I'll go take a picture with the concession stand over there. Take a picture of me holding a beer.
So now, Bound for Glory, did they say where, or they haven't said where, just the day?
No, most likely you'll be back in Tennessee. Most likely you'll be back in Nashville. But, right now, they already said the dates. They already set the dates. So from now till then, if things change with COVID-19 and stuff like that, by then, you might be able to, then see some, fans and stuff like that. So I'm glad that they already mentioned the date, because usually they don't. Usually they would have said Bound for Glory in October.
Yeah.
That would have been it. And then we would have found out in September that it was in October, and then the date, and now everybody's scrambling out. I got to get my ticket. I got to get my hotel. I got to get my flight. They already told you where it's going to be. They already told you the date. So most likely you'll be in Nashville, the same way how everything's been going on right now. Like I said, but unless there's a cure found from now till September for COVID-19, it'll most likely be with no fans. So, and it'll be right there in Nashville. Like I said, why break it if it's, why fix it if it's not broken? So
it's true. It's true.
The way how this year is going, I don't think we're gonna see any fans anywhere in any type of sports.
No.
Basketball's about to start this week. Baseball's about to start this week, and it's condensed. I know NFL's supposed to start. Training camp for them supposed to start already coming up this weekend too, or next week. With the games already coming up in August.
Well,
preseason. So,
I know the Bills already, because I'm a Bills fan. I know the Bills already put out that they have not got any information about letting any fans into any games.
that's likely, and they will. They will in the future. Like they already work on sections. How to work people here, and then people another stand away from people, and have like they do in AEW now. AEW will have specific fans in section. And if you see them, you can see a bunch in one section, and then a humongous section somewhere else. You see, but they're all separated.
Yeah.
So that's how it'll be in sports. But right now, if you see fans, it'll be in sports, and if you see them, then you'll start seeing them in wrestling in the future.
Yeah.
They'll do stuff with just sections and top it off, and then sections top it off, sections and stuff like that. So, but just 2020 is a wash when it comes to fans and sports.
Oh, for sure. So
and
before we get
baseball coming up, with no fans on Friday, so
that's gonna look weird. So before we get up out of here,
yes, sir.
Let's finish so strong. Who do you think it happens? Do you think it's aces and eights, and they work the relationship where they can go to New Japan, or do you think Bullet Club does come to Impact Wrestling?
I think it's going to be aces and eights, maybe in a different name though. Maybe a different name because it's not the same members from the original aces and eights, except for Doc Gallows. So it'll be a different name. We'll probably see a bunch of swerves where maybe Eddie Edwards is the new leader of the crew. I've never seen Eddie Edwards as a heel, but nobody thought Hogan was ever going to be a heel either. And he turned here, and that bought him 10 more years of his career or more. So, I can see Eddie Edwards being the leader with, all those guys, No Way Jose, EC3, go up against Impact Wrestling in the future. Maybe Moose be, finally get the title. And maybe now they'll bring the TNA title and make it a regular title now, because Josh Matthews still saying that this is not a real title. Why everybody keeps saying that he's defending the belt when it's not a real belt? So maybe they bring the TNA title and put it as a working title moving forward. But the Good Brothers for sure, EC3 for sure, and then they mentioned the Anderson name at the pay-per-view with the car, so you never know if Anderson comes back.
I hope not. I can't stand that guy.
Maybe some of the DCC members come back under the with them for Aces and Eights, be a whole new name. But I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, bro. I'll be here watching wrestling tomorrow night. Ain't nobody taking me away from that.
Thanks.
Watching that baby right there, boy.
All right, brother. So do me a favor, plug your social media so we can get up out of here.
Yes, guys, always don't forget to follow us here at Bodega Wrestling on the YouTube channel. So subscribe, listen to the podcast. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Bodega Wrestling. And don't forget to follow my friend Orbit, Houston Astros, 2020 World Series COVID-19 champions. Say hi, Orbit. Hi, Orbit. So, yeah, man, that's how it is, brother. That's how we do it here. So, Chuck, go ahead, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, I will plug. Actually, I'm not even going to plug him because his prediction was wrong. So, Crooked does not get the plug.
You get the gas face.
Yo, they're not even old enough for that. They don't even know what you're doing.
Gas face. Gas face for Crooked smile.
He's gonna be like, yo, what is he talking about? He don't know Humpty and all them. But
look it up, Crooked Mouth. The gas face, baby. The gas face is both set.
So, ladies and gentlemen, you already know it's at Joker's Club Pod on Instagram. You're obviously watching this. Like, subscribe, everything else. You got Bodega. Make sure you do that. Listen, on top of that, we just have fun kicking it. And if you got a problem, listen. If this is your last show you ever watch, peace out, deuces. Ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. Well, I got to move this up real quick.